sweet Becky Brothers. Closer than the hands of time. Deeper than the drop of mankind. Though he's your husband, you will always be mine. And if the world brings you down, I'll be here for your troubles. You my cocaine high. You my sweet Becky Brothers. Late night phone conversations. Would that be okay?
That's a sweet boy, isn't it?
World never take your
I'm
smile
gonna end it right
away.
here.
But if it does, I'm here for you in the pain we can share. I do, cause 80 proof cares. If don't nobody else care.
Hold on, I gotta hear him talk about the John the Baptist for.
My sweet, sweet Becky Brothers. Jono had you first, but the pleasure's mine. You see, I met you through Jono. Jono liked you. Jono loves you. I love you and love you. Matter of fact, I don't care what nobody motherfucking say. I killed Jono and I married you. You the pearl of my world. Cause I care. When don't nobody else care. I care. When don't nobody else care. Becky Brussels. Becky Brussels.
Let's run it, man.
Okay. We are back after a brief intermission due to technical difficulties. So, and we're going to have some live checks just as we running live anyway. What were you saying? Or what did you want to get back?
Once again, if people don't know or whatever, you just tuned in the first time, this is On There, Don't Care, Raw and Uncut, script.
I am the nobleman. Sorry. I'm in a dark place. I'm in a dark place right now.
Yeah, he's a dark motherfucker. He's in a dark place.
I'm in a dark place right now.
I am Sidney James, 80 Proof Rider, the Ivory King Marcel, a.k.a. the Nobleman. And this is, do you know who you are?
Do it. I am Premier Poppy, John the Baptist, a.k.a. Johnny Blue Label, a.k.a. Blue Label Johnny. So shout out to Tranny Moore. It is what it is. And we back. Live.
Back to the topic at hand before the technical difficulties. You were saying, you were talking about God is good. We were talking about this, the coronavirus, this
Were we?
pandemic.
Pandemic.
Say it, Pebble.
Pandemic.
Pandemic. Oh, shut the fuck up.
He's gonna stop. You know he's gonna get distracted easily. Don't do that.
Just shut the fuck up. Can you do that? I'm sorry, because shut the fuck up.
This is a family program.
Yeah, it's a family program, so shut the fuck up.
Rider.
Pandemic. And we was talking about it, and you know what I'm saying? I'm asking about why everybody talking about toilet tissue and this and that. Nobody never gave me like a clear answer about why everybody loading up toilet tissue.
No one knows. It's a great mystery.
It's a myth.
It is a
Pebbles.
It's a great mystery.
It is a great mystery because I don't understand what's going on. Everybody load up. All right, old Negroes. We gonna roll up and get the toilet paper. I don't understand this. But when you was talking, then you responded. You said about what you say. What did you say?
I said God is good all the time. Isn't he good all the time? Y'all said
Yes,
God is good all the time. God is good, right? That's the fact.
So then, what's the problem when you're saying God is good?
But I'm saying, so then no matter what happens, then it's within his purview, right? When a child gets molested, when someone gets cancer, right? Isn't this true or no?
It's all God's plan.
Right. So that's cool, right?
So it's all God plan, but it's a righteous plan. It's a righteous cause.
So when someone's getting molested by their parent, that's in God's plan? That's what you're saying?
No.
Then what is that then? If that's not in God's plan, what is that? That's my question.
It's all in God's plan. You go to the Bible,
Uh-huh.
and the scriptures will tell you.
It tells you that a child can get molested by their father.
No, it explains the reason why these methods. And some things.
Oh, it does not say that, sir. I've read
Listen,
it.
some things unexplainable.
I'm well versed in.
Some things unexplainable,
in the
man.
Bible.
I'm a God-fearing man.
Uh-huh.
I just think the Rona, what they call it Corona, man, people don't need to talk and breathe that shit in existence. Just keep doing you. Take precautionary measures.
The problem is that people are breathing it out and then other people get it. And then
No, but take precautionary measures. But don't make, if you keep talking about like, oh, it's the end of the world, oh, we got to stop. It's like,
it's not the end of the world because
No, but-
even if every human on the planet died, the world's still going to keep going on.
how you know?
Because the world is its own. The world itself is its own living entity.
If God wanted the world to end, it's gonna end. That's what y'all.
The world doesn't need people on it to
But
live.
do you gotta understand what I'm saying? If God wants this world to end, it will end, even in the format of.
You gotta first and foremost, you have to prove that God even exists before you can even
God
make that
exists.
claim.
God exists.
If you have any demonstrable evidence to that,
Do you got any demonstrable evidence He don't?
God, strike me down if you don't exist. Well, He doesn't seem to care about the blasphemy, so I mean, like,
I can't believe you saying this.
I can't believe He didn't strike me down.
This is live on there, and then you got Pebble. Listen, I can agree with you when these I can understand what you're saying, but these Bible thumpers, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I wasn't playing his face when I said it was clap.
What?
Your face. There's a delay on the thing, and I was watching your face as I said, "God strike me down." Your face was hilarious.
Nah, listen, man. I can understand how you can feel that way because of Bible thumpers and how people.
See, look, no, it has nothing to do with Bible thumpers, man. Because like on my show, the Bible study, like what I'm doing is like it's not like I'm reading this perfect reading this, dude. Like in Exodus, it says specifically that God hardened. This is in the Bible. It said God hardened Pharaoh's heart. What kind of fuck shit is that? God is literally telling you it's not me, my interpretation. The words literally say God hardened Pharaoh's heart. God is literally telling you in His own book, I'm a dick.
What? Hey, man, that's blasphemous.
Okay, if I got control over Micah, and like I can either make Micah be good or I can make Micah be an asshole. If I can control
Apparently
Micah,
you got control of this one.
let me finish. If I can make him be an asshole, what does that make me?
An asshole. What the fuck?
Okay, so if God has the choice to make someone do good or do bad, and He chooses them to make, and He literally says, "I'm choosing to harden Pharaoh's heart from allowing the Jews to leave Egypt." What is that? God could easily just go, "Hey Pharaoh, you're gonna let my people go." The jump.
He's testing the love
of whom?
He's testing to see if you won't lose faith.
Okay, but the Egyptian people don't have faith.
The reward of not losing faith, man, see, when you say that, I don't appreciate that. If you say Egyptians were black.
Okay.
If people didn't know that. So you saying black people started, we don't have faith. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Okay, you're aware of the story of Moses.
Yeah, I'm aware of the story.
Okay, so in the story, the Egyptians, the pharaohs and those people, were instructed by Moses and Aaron to tell Pharaoh to let his people, to let the Israelites, the Jews, go, or he was going to do certain things. Did God not have the option to make Pharaoh do the right thing? And because look, all the things, there were a lot of people died, a lot of animals, all kind of things happened when Pharaoh did not let the Israelites go. But from the very beginning, God, who you said earlier when we first went live, is all powerful, all knowing.
He is.
He could have from the very beginning made Pharaoh go, "You know what? Yes, please take my children, or please take God's children, go to do the sacrifices, and then come back after you're done." And what God says in 8 different times, it says, "I hardened." He even tells Moses a couple times, "I hardened Pharaoh's heart. Thus I know he will not let you go."
Apparently, you've been talking and fornicating with black women from the Eve ancestry.
No.
You have.
All of the
Like, see,
black women I've
listen.
fornicated with are good Christians.
No.
Well, okay, good maybe to people,
no,
but they were Christian.
let me explain. All black women ain't from the direct descendants from Eve, but it's a lot of black women direct descendants from Eve. So they teaching you this. Peep this dynamic. This is why
No,
this is how I see it. But peep the dynamics. It's just like your child. You gonna watch them see.
I'm scared. I don't like it here.
You see what I'm saying? It's like a child. When you teach them right and wrong, you're going to sit there and watch them see if they do something right and wrong when you try to teach them. You'll sit back and watch. Then you'll try to learn. And then if they do something wrong, you try to teach them. This is not to do it again. It's the same thing. I'm not going to question the Lord Almighty, man.
I will.
I will not question.
Look, If you believe in him, which I don't, I believe that he gave me the. If you believe in him, you have to understand he gave me the will, the understanding, and the mindset to question him. And if he doesn't want to present the answers in the natural world, how is that my fault? Isn't that the fault of your God,
But
not mine?
okay, but don't go against him, man.
I got it. Look, you have to prove to me he even exists before I can. Should I not go against unicorns and dragons and leprechauns? Because I have as much evidence that those things exist as that I have that a God exists.
I believe in leprechauns. I do. I believe. What you mean?
No,
and wait a minute.
Show me the evidence for
argument's
anything.
not over. And then,
It's
don't
not.
say Jesus Christ. Why you gonna say? What do you believe in, Michael? You told me you go to
I
church.
believe that there is nothing because I'm a very scientific guy. Like, I like to look at the ways like scientists has proven some of the shit in the Bible isn't real. So like I don't really believe there is a God.
Now I feel like being a Christian.
It's unbelievable. You tell nobody in, man.
I did already. Oh no, I didn't read. I have to redo that if you.
Yeah. But that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. A lot of things what God does, is not explainable like that, man. He's the unexplainable. He's God, you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
guess what? That's the weakest excuse for anything is when you
No,
don't
it's not.
know something, you just plug it. What the fuck? But you have no reason to believe God was ever the reason to begin with. So how do you then say, oh well, you can't? Because look, there's two questions
Nobody
ultimately. Either
understands.
A, there is a God, or B, there's not a God. Right? That's how that's the ultimate two. So you and I both live in the universe. Now you have a reason for whatever reason you say there is a God. You cannot make me believe it just because you say you
I'm
believe
not trying to force it on you.
Exactly. I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying other than
See, that's
your
why,
own experience.
But that's why we are brothers. And we
Yeah.
but we don't.
Okay, hold on.
Me and you have different views. I'm gonna let you talk. I always let you talk. You don't let me talk. We have different views, but I'm not gonna hold it against you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We got different views, but we still brothers. So continue. You can get the cosign from everybody else, like that giggly shit. But I'm just trying to be honest with you. I let you talk. If you go back in any episodes, you always overtalk me. So just go. Pebbles gonna co-sign you. Of course, it's y'all family. I don't got no family here. So go.
You say that you
Go.
come here
You just call him your
because
nephew.
we're your
I ain't
family.
talking. He ain't here all the time. So what you
say
talking
you
about?
come here because we are your family.
Well, I contradicted myself because I don't feel like y'all my family right now. So continue,
Sometimes
Jono.
family feels that way.
I'm
so.
saying.
No, we're not family.
Nah,
Continue. Mike is my family, but continue. Continue what you're saying. You don't remember what you just said, don't
No,
you?
I don't.
You don't remember what you just said. What I'm telling you is God is real. I'm standing by it. This coronavirus was man-made. You know what I'm saying? I think people are blowing this out of proportion, and I think people need to stop talking about
Now,
it so much.
let's expand on that. Why do you think that the people are blowing this out of proportion?
It's just something to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
But how many are you aware of how many people died in China?
Like 4,000, right?
Oh.
4,000?
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean,
33,000 people died
Okay.
from this particular, and we're not talking about years. We're talking in a matter of what, months? I think since like October
yeah,
or November.
I feel what you're saying on that too. But at the same token, it's like when people die, a lot of things. We don't have to keep talking about it, making jokes of it, or even not even making jokes of it. Just keep bringing it. I'm a strong believer in if you keep talking about something, you can bring to fruition more and more. Just let the shit be, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I'm not against that. I mean, like, because I think this is a thing. Like, the reason why so many people are dying is because we don't have antibodies against it. So I mean, shit, let
I
it run
think
its
we do.
course.
Well, it's a virus. We can't have antibiotics against it.
Well, how does the virus work?
With vaccinations. Like the flu, you don't treat the flu with antibiotics.
I haven't got
because-
a flu shot forever. I haven't gotten the flu.
Okay, well
In
that's
years.
one
That
shit.
flu shot make
But
you
what
sick
I'm saying,
sometimes.
A virus cannot be treated with antibiotics.
So then, how do you? So
The only way you can prevent a virus.
if I catch it, then what happens? I just gotta wait it out.
If you catch it, then yeah, right now they don't have a cure for it or anything. So yeah, you wait it out. But like some viruses, like the chicken pox. When you get the chicken pox once, you can't get it again. That's how like vaccinations work.
Quick
Some people
question.
do get chicken pox more than once.
What's quick
But not-
questions? What's
not
mysterious?
usually. So people are wondering if the coronavirus
Oh,
will do the
nobody
same
got.
thing.
I coughed.
Hold on.
Nobody got the joke.
People are wondering if the coronavirus are the same way, like if you'll get it once and not again.
But my thing is, I haven't heard about people getting chicken pox as of late like they used to. You know, when we were
It
younger,
still happens.
Well, because now
but it's not
people
like.
usually vaccinate their kids for it.
So you telling me like
And
corona is no vaccination at all?
No, because they didn't.
They won't even find a cure. There's no way.
It's been out not long enough to find a cure yet.
So you don't think nobody's just scrambling trying to find a cure?
They are trying.
That's guys playing.
That's scientists trying to cure their people because that's what scientists
I don't
do.
think scientists want to die.
That's doctors.
I think they're trying to find a cure.
Look,
too.
I just don't understand why. How do you ever say that there's a God? What was the first evidence for saying there's God?
I can tell you the first.
Go ahead.
My opinion.
Yes.
What I think why God does
Uh-huh.
exist, it starts in the beginning time of the Bible when He said,
No.
Your personal experience of why you
You
believe in
look.
"This is what I'm telling you."
There are other religious books that exist before the Bible. You can't say the Bible is your reason for believing
No,
something.
no. I'm listen. Wait a minute. I might have worded it wrong because I believe in God. I'm not a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I believe in everything what the Bible says, but I take something out of the Bible that makes me believe that God is real. I could take something to make me believe something is real. I could take something out of reading Rainbow to say something is real. Feel what I'm saying?
I'm glad you're illustrating my
But
point
listen,
for
I'm
me.
saying that's
okay.
the problem.
You're really illustrating my
listen.
point for me.
That's
Okay.
the
Why are you
problem.
only
'Cause
looking
anyone
at the
can
good
say-
and not
any-
the bad?
and
I'm looking
anyone
at the
can
good
say,
and
I
bad because I'm
believe
finna
this
get to.
because-
I'm getting to the point why I believe
because I
God
think
is.
so, like,
Why I believe God is real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you. It's one little quick story. I think people exaggerated the Bible, but I know God is real because He told a quick story, and when He said this a lot of times about Adam and Eve. Now this story that came to fruition. Eve slipped in his ear. Hey, love,
we're
what's
talking
me
about the first lie, right?
You talking about when God lied to Adam and Eve? Is that what we're talking about right now?
No.
Well, that's Adam and Eve. Like,
Wait, so
No, but
So why don't you
Eve
inquire?
was right here in
So why
this
don't you
time
tell
right-
me what it was that God said to Eve was going to happen when she ate the apple? I'll wait.
They be outcasted.
No,
From the Garden of Eden.
no, sir. That's not
No,
what it said.
that's Lucifer, the one that came in her ear, right?
Who? When did
Okay.
Lucifer?
and what did he tell it was gonna happen?
Would you like me to pull up the Bible verse? It never said
Now I ain't gonna put
Lucifer.
on a why are we gonna pull up a Bible verse?
Because you just said Lucifer. You know what it says in the Bible?
Tell me exactly what it
It says the serpent.
Well, yeah, same thing. I'm just
No.
in my mind. Okay, this is my
No,
opinion.
the Bible says the serpent,
Okay,
the lowest of God's animals. It never says the
Copy,
devil.
yeah.
It never says the. It never
Yeah.
says the devil. It never says
well,
Lucifer.
whatever,
None of that.
whatever
It
it was,
says a serpent. It says an
whatever it
animal.
whatever it was,
A talking
the-
serpent.
a talking serpent got in her ear and fucked up everything. Now,
No, he told her the truth.
no, he didn't tell us.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
He
he
said, "If you," God told
Yeah,
Adam.
you're right.
Technically, God told Adam, "If ye eat of the fruit of from the good of evil, ye shall surely die." Now, what? Now, you mind telling me what happened after Eve ate from the apple?
They didn't die.
Exactly. That's what God
Exactly.
said was gonna happen.
So God lied to Adam and Eve.
Well, anyway,
And the snake. What did the serpent say to Adam and Eve? Anybody here familiar with what the serpent told Eve?
They said that they would.
The
know
serpent
difference
said,
between a truth
"Ye
and a
will
lie."
not surely die, but ye will know the difference between good and evil." What happened after Eve ate the apple? What the serpent, the talking serpent told Eve came true. And what God, and there's another thing. God did not know that they ate from the apple until he realized that they were like ashamed of being naked. How the hell is God omnipotent and does not know when these motherfuckers ate from the apples? Isn't that a problem with the omnipotency? Is that you have to you got to walk your big ass God self in the garden and you don't know that, oh, have you eaten of the apple? How did you? And then he punishes the snake to be the lowest of animals until after he realizes that these people, shouldn't God have known the second that these things happened? No, he didn't. Regardless, we already know that the story of Adam and Eve did not happen. That's not how people got on earth. We know that.
how do you know that? This is what I'm saying. Why I believe it's God. I listen to everything you said. And I listen to your people, your congregation, said what they had to say. I listen, but I'm telling you the reason why I know there's a God, because that story right there explains what's going on there. Everything,
Okay.
not Corona. I ain't talking about Corona. I'm talking about my point.
Just hold on. Just
No.
I know, I'm
John,
just hold
y'all
on.
say I interrupt, but
No,
shit. Okay. And all this shit. What I'm saying
I'll
is,
wait.
y'all asked me the reason why I believe there's a God. And I'm trying to give y'all my
Okay.
explanation.
Facts.
But
Okay,
every
cool.
time I done try to give y'all explanation, y'all interrupted me. Just because you have. That's how we in this topic right now. Because you interrupted me. You
Taking
rewind
me
this
more
back.
time to explain this than
No,
you
man,
just told
because
the
y'all,
story.
once again, you're interrupting.
Okay, hold
me.
up. Jason just says still doesn't explain how God lied. Jason, God said, "If ye eat of the apple, ye shall surely die." They ate the apple. They did not surely die. That's in it's called a lie. The serpent said, "No, you won't die if you eat the apple." They ate the apple and didn't die. One person said A would happen. One person said B would happen. B happened. Makes it the person that said A would happen a liar. And especially if A is supposed to be omnipotent. That makes that motherfucker a liar. The omnipotent motherfucker knew they wouldn't die. He made the fucking tree. He knew they wouldn't die. But yet he fucking told them they die. The first lie ever told on planet Earth, according to his own story, was by God. Y'all not under. The first lie ever told on Earth was from God. Not that. And again, the Bible never identifies the serpent as Lucifer. That's something we do. The Bible goes out of its way to identify that this is an animal. The lowest of which, I don't know if it's hovering like on its tail talking. I don't know. Because after he punishes the devil he punishes the serpent to crawl on its belly the rest of its life. What the fuck was it doing before he punished it to crawl on what the fucking snake just... What the fuck was it doing? Was it hovering? Was it flying? What the fuck was the snake doing before it told Eve to eat before it told the truth to Eve to eat the apple? Oh, Jason says there was no death before the apple. Okay, prove it. I'll wait.
Wait a minute, Jason. You said there's no death. I feel what you're saying, but my whole thing is if there was no death for the apple, then why are we supposed to die if we did good in this world? We supposed to go to heaven as a hell.
And for anybody that has any explanation,
I'm asking
here's
him,
the
ask
overriding.
me.
Here's the overriding factor.
Interrupt again. But y'all
Here's
side
the
of me.
overriding factor. God made the rules. Everything that if you believe in this story, guess what? He made the rules. Everything. He made it. You can't if you believe he exists, if you believe in magic man in the sky and shit, you have to understand he decided the rules.
You said the magic in the sky.
Look, if you believe in Christianity, you believe in magic. I'm sorry.
You don't have to believe in Christianity to believe in God. You don't.
Well, okay, that's
Come on,
no,
you know
no, that's true. No, that's
Y'all can mock that, but that's the truth.
Literally, that's true.
You know
Okay,
what
I
I'm
will
saying?
give you that.
That
You,
is true.
You can be a Christian and actually. Oh no, I know lots of
Man,
people.
one
that,
thing for sure.
I know lots of people who
thing,
are Christians that don't believe in God.
One thing
That's
we
true.
completely agree upon. I was raised as a Christian. I am no longer a Christian.
Miss
'Cause
Rollins, hello, how you doing?
I was raised as a Christian. I'm no longer a Christian.
I was raised
Because
a
in
Christian
my opinion,
myself.
tell me if I'm wrong, Christians are the most evil, cutthroat, conniving. Everything what God says don't do, they do, and they still get cherished, and people idolize them. I don't agree with Christianity at all. But I believe in
But
God.
that's not
Okay,
Christianity,
but
though.
that's fine. Like if you would look, because here's the thing is like what I was trying to say before we got
That's
cut
true.
off. One of the point I was trying to make is either A, there's a God, or B, there's not a God.
Yes. Yeah,
And guess what? Neither one of those premises can be either proven to be true or not to be true. But
yeah.
one thing that cannot be denied is we all live in the same universe.
Yeah.
But certain people feel like they have not seen sufficient. I'm a person who has not seen sufficient evidence for a God. And in our physical reality, do you see people being healed, food being multiplied to feed masses, people elevating to heaven, miracles of any kind of supernatural magic? Do we see these things in our daily life?
No, we don't.
We do not. So then what the fuck? Like, why? Because we read a story from a book from 2,000 years ago, do we decide that shit is true?
Want me to tell you what sums it all up? The simplicity of it all. I believe in God because I want to. When I pass, I want to go.
Jason, you don't want to sit you don't want to sit in the middle of me, man. Should I be talking now, man? Like, there is no defense for this shit, man. There's no
interrupted
defense.
again, but
No, I'm sorry. I was responding to it. Go
but-
ahead. No, you're
no,
right.
I'm just saying.
You're right. Go ahead.
Don't act like I be like I'm just hallucinating when I say I get interrupted sometimes. And what you said, no, they'd be like, oh, he's crazy, he doesn't. But it's the truth.
Look,
and
one thing I know, y'all know how 80 is.
Only thing you gotta say is, anybody gotta say, y'all know how 80 is. And everybody like, yeah, you're right, because 80 is just, he's an alpha male and he's a leader. He's not a follower. Not my people, what I'm talking about right here. But the masses, they act like they're my friends. They're really not. Y'all know how 80 is. That's when they backstab and hate, but I'm good-hearted. My reason, and they cowards too. Another thing, a lot of people that act like my friends, I know it, that they do this shit, but they cowards. You know what I'm saying? They will never do it face-to-face, man up, or even, because I would physically and mentally destroy them if I have to. It's nothing, but I digress. The reason why, everything you said, it makes a lot of sense, but my simple retort to that is, I wanted to be a guy because I want to see some of my friends, and just let me finish, that passed. I want to see people I love pass. I want to see my niece that died. I want to see her. I want to see her in heaven again. So I try to instill things in my kids that's right and wrong what I was raised upon. Even though the people that raised me, a lot of people that raised me, and some of my quote-unquote big homies and all that, they raised me a certain way, but they didn't instill nothing in me because they still treachery. But when something stuck with me, it was good and wrong. You know, good and bad. So I see a lot of people pass I want to see again. You know what I'm saying? I done sit here and watch one of my best friends, Jerome, die, and I was at the hospital praying and begging for him to come back. And guess what? He didn't come back. So my only resolution is to believe in God, so hopefully I can see him again. So I can't even debate with you because you come with facts. I'm coming with emotions. You see what I'm saying? I can't debate you when you come with facts, and I can't get a retort to a lot of stuff you said. But I'm coming with emotions because I want to believe in God, and I want to go to heaven, and I want my kids to be straight. I don't want to not to believe in God, and he'll do something to my kids. That's the truth.
Jason says, you need a talking stick. When you talk to John, he holds the stick, gets to talk. So apparently somebody agrees with 80 that I be interrupting. Well, that sounds amazing.
No, it ain't even
fuck
about
you. But, so what... But
you know what I'm saying? Man, listen.
Here's my thing is like, is it, do we want to believe things because they're true, or do we want to believe things because we want to believe them? Because if you just want to believe things because you want to believe them, then knock your fucking self out.
Yeah, so
you know
that's what I'm doing. I'm knocking
and like
myself
that thing
out.
is because to me that sounds. I mean, like, you think I don't want to like some perfect place to exist and everything and be with my family and everything and family and friends who passed away haven't yet? That sounds amazing. But just show me why. Like, because here's the thing is that if that isn't really the case, then you could definitely be missing out. If that's what you're banking on, is that you get to be with your family and your friends and shit like in the afterlife, and that's not really the case, but that's not really the case, then you potentially are missing out on that time now. That may be changed. That could, if you don't know that, and if you don't know that to actually be the case, then you could be probably missing out on spending that time in positive time and with family now and friends now.
But then again, you can be missing out with how you feel, and then it is the case how I feel. Then you could burn and turn the fire. See what I'm saying?
What?
You could have burned and turned the fire for how your beliefs.
But here's my thing.
I don't want to burn and turn the fire. I really live this life.
Do you think I want to burn and
I know you don't. I know you don't. But
now tell me how much. Now let me ask you. How much do you think? You think I have any amount of fear that I'm going to burn an eternal fire?
No.
I have zero. Like,
no, I know
my amount of fear of burning it in, like, and I'm a self-admitted godless heathen, right? I have zero fear that decision of mine to make to be
honestly,
a godless heathen is gonna wind me into hell.
Honestly, I feel what you're saying, because if somebody don't know you, then they be like, oh, he's saying blasphemous things. But me knowing your heart and your spirit and how you looked out for me, I looked out for you, vice versa. You don't deserve to go to hell. You don't. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my thing is like.
But I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because, as I stated, that's how I was based on my life. And I feel certain right and wrong. I think the right I have in my heart comes from God. And I think the wrong comes from all the evil, certain evil stuff. The spirit, I can't, man, listen.
But here's my thing is because my buddy Jason, who's been commenting a lot today, he says, well, where does evil come from? Look, here's the thing is, a person that does not believe in a supernatural entity has no problem describing where evil and bad things happen. That's the randomness, the craziness of life. But then when you tell me that there's a God to explain it, how is that any better? It's better explained that people get cancer, that children get molested. Any kind of bad thing that you can list happen, it's easier to accept when there's not a thing up here that says that they love you. But then now if you're going to tell me that there's this ever-loving force that cares and cares, man, there's what? Well, shit. Why the fuck does bad things happen to good people if there's this good thing up here that does it? That would mean like, okay, fine. Like tomorrow, if you said, hey, John, I have overwhelming proof that God exists. Fantastic. Now, do you think if because I believe in God, that means I'm going to worship God? Because I promise you, if you could prove me to me exist, that's not enough. That's not going to convince me to worship Him. Because I feel in the heart of my heart, if He's real, He's failing miserably as an omnipotent, omnibenevolent God. He is failing miserably, and He does not warrant anybody's worship.
I'm just waiting. I didn't know the crowd, the studio audience was going to go against me for saying anything, so I'm just waiting. You know what I'm saying?
We have to say something.
Everybody here's a good Christian. I don't know
No,
what
no,
you're
no,
worried
no,
about.
no. That's false. But
Who's not a good Christian here?
What
By
I'm-
show of hands. Oh, the crowd turned against me.
what I'm saying at the end of the day, I choose to believe in God. I choose to raise my kids to believe in God. What makes me believe in God stronger, because nobody teach my son this, and my son's autistic. And another thing, to where I can say this too, where you make valid points, I feel what you say because my son's autistic, right? But I'm scared to bring him around certain people. I'm scared, Jono. Then I forget to the point.
What religion are those people?
Christians.
Can I ask you a question?
Yo,
If your parents didn't preach Christianity upon you, would you believe in Jesus?
I don't believe. I never said nothing.
Like,
This
would
has
you-
nothing to do with Jesus.
Would you still believe in God?
Yes, I would.
Young man who I don't know, did your father preach Christianity to you?
No, my mother did.
No, she didn't.
She like.
How much did she take you
okay,
to church?
The school, like it was like. The
How much did your mother take you to
the
church?
community pressed. It was like pressed
I've-
Christianity around.
How much did your mother take you to church?
Not very often, but I went like with my grandpa in the early years.
How much did your mother take you to church? Okay,
I
so if she
went.
really wanted you to believe, what would she have done?
She said like she says that she is a Christian.
And that's fine.
So
Her
what
I'm not questioning
that's
her
what I
beliefs.
believe.
I cannot question her beliefs, but I'm saying if she wanted for you to have a more Christian relationship with God, what would she have done? Made sure that you went to church more.
But she's not pressing that on me. She's letting me decide myself.
Right, and what did your father do? Did your father decide to allow you to come to your decision?
Yes.
I don't know this young man. Let me know. I don't. I'm just kidding. That's my son. That's my son talking. If anyone knows inside the joke, that was my son just answering. But I did not influence. Like I wanted them to come to their own decision. I have another son. I have not influenced him in my decision. If anytime he asked me a question, I would answer it. But I in no way want to influence their decision to believe or not believe. Like literally, because the whole entire reason I ever believed was because my parents told me this shit was true, and I had no reason to believe that my parents would lie to me about anything. And then in my adult life, I was like, man, what? There is very little to actually believe that this shit really happened. I mean, if anyone feels different, shit. I mean, all I'm like, because here's the thing: is what people don't understand. Like, an atheist is not atheism is not a belief system. It's literally the personal decision that I have not seen sufficient evidence to believe that a God exists.
But this is what I'm saying. Hopefully, this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I believe in God, and you make valid points. Everybody in the audience behind us making valid points. When Mike asked me, like, do you believe in Jesus? I never spoke on Jesus. I don't speak on the Jesus part. I believe in God. But
Which Jesus?
I don't speak on black Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Because Jesus is not white at all. But a lot of black people, old Negroes my age, and young Negroes think Jesus is white, and so they think I'm sounding ignorant or belligerent, and that's fine. But let me explain something. My belief in God is so strong to where my son is autistic, special needs child. He's very smart. He's a very good kid. But I am, from the school I went to in the hometown, Now I don't call it my hometown. I'm not gonna even lie. The school I went to and the people down there, I'm petrified. Petrified. And these people believe in God and believe Jesus is the Son of God. I'm petrified of my son even going down there because they leave his prisons, they will laugh and joke. And these are God-fearing people. I still believe. But guess what? I let my son come around his Uncle John and everybody else who feel different than I feel about God because I feel he's safe around them. When he leaves, they don't talk about him. They show him love. So, of course, it's a conflicted situation. So a lot of things what he says is making sense. And like I said, I reiterate, I am petrified in bringing my son around people that I went to school with or anybody. Because the only thing people that, quote unquote, Christians and people that believe in God, they like to bully on people or talk down on people's kids. It's no discrimination on none of that, right? But I feel good. Even though you done said this and we disagree, I believe it's God. I feel more safe than my son coming around y'all and y'all treat him good. And then when he leave, y'all still show him love. At the same time, God always say, no matter what, keep your faith strong. So I keep my faith strong. I don't have the answers. What you said is fact. What I can't say is facts, but you come with more facts than what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? When I say it comes off as like nonsense and being radical, really, but I believe in God. I gotta believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Because to keep my son away from people like the people I just spoke on. And it's sad to say, to speak up people I just spoke on, and like they believe in God, but they are terrible. That's why I don't have no interest in going to my hometown for nothing. That's the only thing they do is gossip and talk about people. But then they throw God in the mix.
In the mix, right.
But I'm a strong believer of God, and I will always believe in God. I believe in right and wrong. And Eve was a black woman. So, any of the stories you were saying, that's why all these disputes and stuff come from her actions. No matter what, it came from her actions. But she was a black woman. So, when people say, "Oh,"
but you do understand that story is not real, right?
It was a good story because that shit came.
Okay, but we literally have fossil record evidence
that's a crazy story because it came to fruition. So
what
strong.
came to fruition?
Man, everything Eve did is going on right now. So it's like that's the truth. But like I can't. I really you gotta.
80. There are civilizations older than the story of Eden.
Yeah, that is correct.
So if there are civilizations older than that story, then by definition the story can't be true. Not to mention we have literal fossil evidence of common ancestry from all life on Earth. So that means that the story is the fossil record is older than the story.
But who's to say?
Who's to say what?
Who's to say that when they say the fossil evidence, these people telling us it dates back this time?
Yeah.
They could just be making it up to cause conflict. You can never tell. How do you know what they're saying is factual?
Because what they say here, then they use that in this science and that science. Because
but this science, how these dynamics, how you can prove that's factual?
Because like what they establish here then impacts what they do here and in that science and this science and that science. So if this is wrong, like if you do a math problem and when the first part is wrong, then the last part's going to wrong. But the way they have it, they've already established working models that establish these things. If they were wrong, these things would not compute.
No, but sometimes science is here to dispute.
Yeah,
some people get into science just try to dispute the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong for saying that? Some people come up with evidence stuff to try to dispute the Bible.
That's not.
So maybe
That's not untrue, but that does not mean that when they do that they're wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not saying you're right neither. But how you saying I'm wrong for thinking the same way?
Because that thing is just plugging in when you don't know something and you just go, oh well, God. Well,
you don't know something too. You
what is it
you going by what another man is telling you. Where's the facts? Where's the total facts?
What's
to
not
where
a,
you done did
what's
research
not a
to where you
what's
know.
Not, what am I saying that's not a fact?
Tell me the total facts where you know that stuff was before the Bible. It's another man is telling you, not God.
Yeah,
is telling you.
We're talking about dated history. We're not just talking about people's acclaim. Oh, well, we read it in this religious book. No, they're talking about they have this source, this source, this source, this source, and this source that date the things.
Yeah.
When you talk about the Bible, you're like, well, the
But
Bible said.
I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm talking about God.
Okay, and I'm asking you, what source do you have that indicates you that there is a God?
Want me to tell you one source I got, and to sum it all up, how I feel,
Yeah.
and anything you can say, I
Yeah.
can listen to you.
Uh-huh.
But even this dispute or anything that's
Uh-huh.
going on right now sums it up right here.
Yes.
It's all God's plan.
Oh God.
So I'm gonna leave it like that. So nobody gonna change my mind with that. Now you can have Christianity. I'm not. That's your thing. Because I don't witness how cruel in Christianity and people.
But look here.
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
Eddie,
But it's all
my
God's
entire thing
plan.
is I can never tell you that a God does not exist. But what I can tell you is that Christianity is fake. That I know for a
We
fact.
ain't have no arguments with
Yeah,
that.
so look, I
I'm
can't
not.
tell
I'm not
you-
saying.
I
I'm not
can't
saying
tell
it's fake.
you-
I'm not saying it's real. I tell
I
you.
can't tell you
ignore
that
it.
what created our universe was not quote unquote
Listen,
a God.
I'm gonna say this again. My son is autistic. I don't speak on that. He's a special needs child. You done met him. Pebbles done met him. Micah done met him. Maddie done met him.
He's my
Y'all say
godson.
he's
my godson.
he's your godson, a godless heathen's godson, and I'm a God fearing man. But I choose out of anybody in this world, brothers or anybody, to make. If something happened to me, I want you to look out for him. A godless man. Imagine that. Now I'm saying that to say this. All I can say is, my son is autistic. He's a special needs kid, but he's a good child. But I know when he around y'all gonna make sure he feels special. Y'all not gonna bully
make sure
him and talk down.
Make sure he fed. Make sure nobody talk down to
Yeah,
him.
but I can't say that about these Christians and these family oriented, act like they family oriented people that I grew
I'm
up
familiar
with.
with it.
You
with
know
this
what I'm
type
saying?
of-
And I
discussion.
won't. If I die tomorrow, please, I'm telling you, do not bring around none of them. Nobody. Because they were trying to crucify and laugh at them and defame them. That's how I feel. And these are people that believe like I believe. So what I'm saying
I mean,
is,
if they take pleasure in your downfall,
yeah, they
why-
take
why-
pleasure in my
why
pain.
would why would they?
I got people that say they
Why would
love
they
me.
look out for your son?
I got people say they love me, my friends, but I know they're my enemies, but I don't care because I'm at a peace of mind. And God gave me that peace of mind. That's how I feel. And I look at it like this. It's all God's plan. That's all I can say. I can take up for stand up for my Heavenly Father because it's all God's plan. That's how I look at it.
Well, I can't argue with
I hope
that.
I hope he forgives me for wanting my son to be taken care
I
of by
hope
some
that
godless
motherfucker sends
heathens.
me to hell. That's what I hope. I hope that son of a bitch sends me to hell. That's how much I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker. He can send me to hell for I give a shit. If hell's a real place, I hope he sends me there. 'Cause I think the party gonna be lit. I think Lucifer and me gonna fucking and do a line of cocaine right off the table.
Cocaine.
Oh yeah, meth too. We're gonna do a line of cocaine, a line of meth, and a line of heroin just to make sure we equal.
Say that again, because a lot of women be inbox you now. You do meth. Women love meth.
No. Slow down.
Women love
Slow
meth
down.
addicts.
Slow down.
Hey, one thing
Slow
about
down. No. I do not do cocaine,
No,
meth, or
hey,
heroin.
man, if you
I'm
did-
saying when I get
No,
to,
say you do cocaine and meth.
when
Man,
I
watch
get
how many-
to hell, when I get to hell, then I will do those things. I do
Man.
not do those things now.
Man, say you do meth and do
No, I
cocaine. Watch how many
I have a
black.
girlfriend. I don't need nobody. That
But
do
watch
that.
how many women of color and
No, I'm good.
white
I'm
women
good.
that act black come for you. They gonna
I'm
love
good.
you. They gonna love you.
I'm so good.
The only thing you gotta say you do meth. You know what I'm saying? And you the love of their life.
I'm good.
Women love meth heads.
I have no need.
That's facts. Women love.
But when I
meth
get to
heads.
hell, I'll do all the meth and cocaine and heroin that there's
What
around.
all them hell harlots are gonna love you, cause women.
I'll do all
It's
the
a new
drugs when I
trend
get
going
to
on.
hell.
Women love meth heads, and they justify take care of them. You see this tax return time, they give them their money, and then they love meth heads or cocaine too. Cocaine
who,
6
who
hours.
loves meth heads?
Women of color.
Just women of color love meth heads?
White women too.
I was about to say.
Not
I was
all
like,
white women.
I think there's a lot of women that love meth heads.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm not hating. Meth heads are ruling. They rule the world right now.
Speaking of my girlfriend, she's watching right now. What's up, babe?
Meth
What's up,
heads
booty?
run the world, man. If you're a good dude and you deal with a woman, listen, I always remember this. Remember this. If you don't remember nothing else.
Meth heads run the world.
Meth heads run the world. Listen,
Remember that.
remember this.
Micah,
Hey, Jono.
Matty cakes.
Micah. If
Meth
you-
heads run the world.
listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something. If you ever decide to start dating women, if you ever do, if a woman ever listen, if a woman ever tells you, well, ex dude was a meth head, just leave. Cause
Just
guess what?
leave.
She's always gonna go to a meth
Just
head.
leave.
Women, and she will try to vilify your name, destroy your name, defame you, but she'll always run back to a meth head. If it ain't that meth head, she gonna go to another meth
She's
head.
gonna be the new meth head.
Don't-
you
do
just gonna
not-
be you just gonna be the tender dick she always runs to when she needs
Yeah.
when she needs to
And then she'll vilify and talk down to everybody else. Women love meth heads. Now, if a woman has never dated a meth head, then you good. You in the clear. That's when you start dating women. But if you think you done find a good woman, she done date a meth head, you might as well try to put it in the books, have sex with her. Don't try to build a relationship because she always gonna run to a meth head.
What'd you say? Do what?
If
No. Put her where?
in the books,
What's that mean?
that means she can say what she want about you. She can say, "Oh, you had a little penis," or "You had a big penis but you didn't last long," or "You didn't eat vagina," or "You licked the ass," or whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, guess what? She's in the books and she can't come out them motherfuckers.
Wait. No, you have to explain it. She can't come out the books.
That means you done knocked her down and you done had some kind of oral sensation with the woman, and no matter what, you done touched that woman. You know what I'm saying? And she's in the books.
Do you understand? Do you understand what he's saying?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mike, what is he saying right now?
He's basically talking about your body count. Like
No, but I mean,
No.
it sounds like he's talking about one, like even individually, right? One particular woman. Is that what you're saying?
No, I ain't talking one particular one. I'm talking
No,
about
I'm not saying you speaking individually to a woman, but I'm saying like if you fornicate with one woman, is that what you're saying?
No.
I'm trying to explain what it means when he says in the books. What do you think he's talking about? What does that mean?
So like, if you knock her up, then she.
Whoa.
No, I didn't say bareback sex.
Knock her down.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay. No, now go ahead. Continue. Knock her down.
Then no matter what she says, at the end of the day, you still knock her down.
Yeah, because what they're gonna do?
Oh, thank you, Micah. That
That's
helps.
real knowledge.
I didn't.
'Cause at the
I
end
was
of the
having
day,
trouble understanding what he was saying.
a woman can
now I
really-
get it.
You can't debate a woman on social media. They're gonna defeat you because they can go to Bible scriptures and say that I may not be perfect, but he's perfect for me. A meth head that just comes around and take our tax return money and all that shit. That's
My girlfriend says don't be looking ass without the TP shortage going on.
No, you missing the. Oh, hey, Bree. No, I'm just saying. I love Bree. Bree cool to the fan, but
What you trying to say?
Bree is fine. You want me to say what I
You
want to
said
say?
you love my
I
girlfriend.
try to be politically correct. If Bree gave me a chance to sleep
Which
with her, I would do
what's
it
the
behind.
problem?
I'd do it behind your back with no problem.
I know you would.
But then don't ask me
You
that.
made entire songs about my leftovers. We already know this.
Bree is big and fine, man, and they're not like it's like fine like a black woman fine with a good heart though, and good skin tone, pretty. God, I wish.
You know,
I wish I
you
would
know
have
she's
found it
half
first.
Caucasian.
Huh?
You know she's half Caucasian.
Where she was blessed by God.
Well, I don't know.
But
She would agree with you. I would not.
I'm
but
crazy about Bree. You want me to say I am? I didn't want to say this. I didn't want to open this Pandora box. You did it. I didn't.
I did not. No,
What?
I did not open this Pandora box.
Well, I don't want to have unprotected sex with your girlfriend. I'm sorry. I lied. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all I'm saying is, guys, if you meet a woman you think is a woman of your dreams and her ex is a meth addict, you might as well forget it. It's over. 'Cause she always gonna go back to him.
The meth addict.
She always gonna go back to them and take up for them, and she gonna try to vilify you. But I always remember at the end of the day, make sure you try to sleep with her, talk to her, taste her, whatever. And make sure she in the books, and she can't come out of that.
That's real.
At the end of the day, that's all I gotta say about it. Good debate, good groove, man.
Good debate.
Everybody be safe,
You
man.
had to come with one little fucking evidence toward your
No.
to your defense.
But it's all guys playing.
Uh-huh.
Y'all know how
That
80
sounds
is.
yeah.
Y'all know how 80 is.
Y'all know how
No,
God
it's-
is.
Come on, Pebbles. Maddie, please, let's say it together one time. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. Please say it out loud. Micah, you too. 1, 2, 3. Y'all know how 80 is. One more time, say it louder. 1.
Know how it is.
There you go.
How old is 80? How is 80?
A great mystery.
Oh.
I don't know, but the water's fine. But I digress. And with that being said, I don't know what else to say. I'm Sidney James, 80 proof rider, the Ivory King Marcel, the nobleman,
The nobleman.
and he is.
No, you're forgetting your whole exit.
No, I'm not. No, I haven't. And I always remember this. I always remember this. This damn wine is amazing, man. I always remember this. If you don't remember nothing else, 80 Proof cares. If don't
nobody else care. And now I will say, I am John the Baptist, aka Premier Poppy, aka Blue Label Jenny. We have a lot of things coming up in Big 2020.
Bree, I love you too.
We're gonna be creating commercials and stuff to play during Honor Don't Care. We're currently streaming to four different platforms. We're working on a Roku channel. All kind of different things coming in 2020. Good things come to those who wait. We got big things coming. But if you don't remember anything else, pause on it. If you don't remember anything else, the streets will never love you like I do. And they never will.
Love you, Bree.
This motherfucker.
You want to open up Pandora box up with my secret
This
lust.
motherfucker want to love my girlfriend.